What up, fam? How y'all doing? I just wanted to come on here and share a video with a comedian named Godfrey. Godfrey is very popular. He's been around since like the late 90s, early 2000s. He makes a lot of funny comedic videos. However, this particular video I just had to share with you guys. He speaks on Ayesha Curry, who is the wife of Stephen Curry, the basketball player for Golden State Warriors, and the latest controversy surrounding why she felt she did not want to get married and all this other hoopla about not having kids and just overall not being satisfied and happy enough, even though she has all the riches and gold and she can pretty much do whatever the hell she wants to do. Take a look.
I didn't really want to get married to him. He always gets all this attention, and I want people to look at me.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be a career girl, and that's it.
You want people to say, hey, girl, you got a fat ass. Ooh, I like your t-. He still ain't done. And I think personally that he's a great family man. He's a great husband. I think he shows lots of respect to his wife. You don't ever hear any controversy about this brother. He's a producer. I actually did some voices on an animation series that he has. He's fantastic. The guy, is just really a really good example of what a good husband is and a family man is. As much that probably gets thrown at him at all times because he's awesome. All right? Ayesha Curry is going around on these podcasts just yapping and being very disrespectful. This man works hard to show respect to you. I don't even think it's hard. I think he loves you that much that he goes, this is my wife, this is my kids. And you're going on these podcasts complaining about, oh, I didn't really want to get married to him. I didn't really want to do this. I didn't really want to do that. Yeah, you did. Why did you get married to him? Then why don't you change your last name? I bet you if you divorced him, you keep the last name. And I'm not trying to put her down at all, but I don't like what she's saying. What do you want? People are looking at you, but men are being respectful because Stephen Curry is a respectable dude. That's why. I know social media shows a bunch of really f***ed up dysfunctional relationships, but Stephen Curry's not a corny dude. You're making him seem like he's corny. It's like what they say about Sierra and her husband, you know? Just because a guy takes care of his kids, treats his wife right now, he's a cornball? What is this kind of image, this silly shit? He's making it easy for you to do things in life. You can start a cooking show, do whatever you want. You're a Curry now. But now you saying all this shit after 2 kids or whatever, and now I didn't really want, that's a bunch of insecure bullshit to me. And I'm not being disrespectful to you. But there's a lot of good men out here. I know a lot of you women like to say men ain't shit, but some of you women ain't shit. I said some of you women ain't shit either. Yeah, not every man is horrible. Bullshit. There's a lot of women that are married to dope dudes, dope men. And there's a lot of women that shit on men and cheat on men also.
Now, after I watched this video, I felt some type of way. And I was just thinking to myself, and I said, self, if I were in Ayesha Curry's position and I had the pitch perfect life, the perfect house, the perfect husband, perfect kids, and I didn't have to lift a finger to go out here and bust my ass on a 9-to-5, I would be living in paradise. Now, I don't know what's necessarily going on in their home. Not everybody is necessarily happy because they have money and they're celebrities. Because we don't know. We don't know what kind of character Steph Curry really is. Even though Steph Curry appears to be good through the public eye, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's probably good in his household either. That could be one reason why she feels this way. I don't know. And I'm not saying that he's a woman beater or whatever, or a womanizer, but at the end of the day, we truly don't know what goes on in some of these celebrity homes. But I just feel the way she answered some of those questions in that interview just left me a bad taste in my mouth. I'm just like, well, damn, woman, what else does it take to make you truly happy and satisfied? You literally have everything. And when I'm saying everything, I'm talking everything from her own cooking show, I believe it's on Food Network somewhere, to like her own foundation from the Currys, giving back to charitable communities and shit like that. And I'm just like, is that not enough for you? What else does it really take to make someone like her truly happy? I'm just asking. I really want to know, because You got folks out here starving and bending their back over, trying to put food on the table, trying to find a job, trying to recover from the government shutdown, and they really can't because they don't have no other option. And then you got folks that just don't even have a roof over their head, the folks that's homeless. And I'm just like, you got to be some type of self-centered, insecure person to sit up here and say how you really feel and how you really didn't want to have the perfect housewife, happy wife, happy life style. Like, what are we supposed to do? It's like, you want a standing ovation? You want a trophy? Like, you're a trophy wife, for crying out loud. You should be happy. But I'm just like, to each his own. I have no control over whatever goes on in people's homes. Like I said, you can have all the millions and the riches in the world and still be unsatisfied and unhappy. And it clearly shows she's clearly not happy. Even though her husband is worth over $300 million, literally has one of the largest NBA contracts in the world, by the way, behind LeBron James, who is a billionaire. I'm just like, either they have too much time on their hands and she just doesn't really know what to do with herself, or she's just one of those manic, depressive type of people who just naturally cannot be happy. And I feel like she's in between. Like, it's giving manic. She seems like she's the type of person that's like, oh, I'm proud. I'm glad to be the housewife. I'm just here. And I have kids now. It's just like, what do you expect? You know, it's given cheater vibes. I'm not saying that she's a cheater. All I'm saying is that the energy she's given is like cheater energy. And I would not be surprised if she flip-flops and messes around with somebody and then they end up getting a divorce, God forbid. Would not be surprised. I would say give them a cool 5, maybe 10 more years. Because you have to think, both of them were like high school sweethearts. I believe she's originally from Canada somewhere. Stephen is originally from North Carolina because his father, who was also a former basketball player for the Charlotte Hornets, that's where they grew up, was North Carolina. And I think the story is that Ayesha went to North Carolina when they migrated to the States. They ended up meeting through high school or college or whatever, and then they got married afterwards. But what's so funny is that nobody's talking to Steph Curry about this. Nobody has interviewed him about any of this, about what his wife is saying. I want to hear what Steph got to say, because I'm pretty sure he's got a mouthful to say what his wife has said about him and their marriage. Because I'm just like, I would just keep my mouth shut at this point. I would just sit pretty, keep my mouth shut, collect my Benjamins, and call it a day, and take care of the kids. That's what I would do. I would keep my mouth shut, collect my coins, take care of the kids, and play house. But no, that's not enough for her. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, because this is ridiculous out here. It's ridiculous.